Hello everybody, welcome to Review a Day episode number 49 for Tuesday, September the 30th, 2008. Hello everybody, welcome to Review a Day, the daily video blog where I review a movie 7 days a week. My name is Leland Brunga and thank you very much for joining me. And the film I'm going to review today is the 2006 film SherryBaby. This movie is written and directed by Laurie Collier, and this movie stars Maggie Gyllenhaal, Brad Hankey, and Danny Trejo. Brad Hankey is also in Me and You and Everyone We Know. He plays the other guy who he works in the shoe store with the main character, who's played by John Hawkes. I like him. I don't see him in a lot, but I always enjoyed him. SherryBaby is basically kind of a slice of life story about a woman who just gets out of prison. She was in there for drugs and I believe she steals some stuff. She gets out and she is on parole. She moves to like a halfway house and it's kind of about her trying to reconnect with her probably 6 or 7-year-old daughter who was taken in by her brother and his wife. And when she gets out, she realizes that she's been gone for about 3 or 4 years and that they've really established a life with her daughter, and it's about her trying to reconnect and establish a life for herself and move forward. And she's dealing with the fact that she's really not a part of her daughter's life anymore. I think what this movie sets out to do, which is tell a very dark and kind of depressing, realistic story of what it's like to get out of prison and all of the repercussions of that. I think the movie completely succeeds at doing that. I liked the tone and style of this movie. It was kind of like a combination of the movie Junebug. This movie isn't nearly as sweet as Junebug is, but it's set in that kind of rural America, southern, small town themes, but it also felt kind of like the movie Half Nelson with Ryan Reynolds, because it's about her dealing with addiction and stuff like that. Very honest, real. I think that this movie absolutely nails the small town vibe. You really get the sense that characters who grew up in this town really don't do much with their lives, and they don't go on to do many things. She gets out and she's talking to Danny Trejo, who's in the movie. He plays kind of this recovering addict as well. They start talking about the strip club that she worked at when she was 16 and how they all knew that they both know the same people because they both lived in this town their entire lives, and I really got a sense for who these characters were. I think if you were to take out Maggie Gyllenhaal's performance, I think you'd actually have a very weak film, because I think Maggie Gyllenhaal's performance is very strong. I think this movie is kind of like Transamerica or Aaron Brockovich, where it's an alright movie with a very solid performance. I've enjoyed Maggie Gyllenhaal in some films. I liked Happy Endings a lot. I love her as the bitchy sister in Donnie Darko, and but I've never really thought she was that special. And her performance in this film is very good. I don't know if it's her but I think a lot of it has to do with the writer and director, who I think had a very specific story she wanted told and the type of character she was writing about. And I think Maggie Gyllenhaal does a really fantastic job immersing herself in this character. There's a scene when she goes to pick up her daughter or something like that, and she's just in the kitchen alone, and she starts slamming the cabinets closed, and she's just like beating the shit out of them. And then she stops and she starts cleaning up, and it seems so real to me, and it was actually kind of scary. She kind of loses herself in this role. I think it's definitely her best performance to date. The way her character uses her sexuality to gain ground in this film, I thought was incredibly sad. She's a woman who's down on her luck, and really the only way she can gain any ground is by throwing herself at people in positions of authority. The guy who's getting her job, she straight up basically whores herself. It was so dark, and I felt really heavy when I was watching this movie. This movie made me really depressed, and I cannot say I enjoyed this movie at all. It explores addiction and kind of what it's like to be on parole and get out of that, and that's not a happy story to tell, and I don't think it's a fun one to watch. I give this movie a 3 out of 5. I didn't enjoy it, but I do not think that's the point of this film. I think it's very real, very sad. And if you've ever wanted to see Maggie Gyllenhaal give a really solid performance that is really quite good, I really recommend this movie. If you guys are liking my reviews, make sure and subscribe. If you have any recommendations on any films you'd like to see me review, leave them in the comments below. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.